The Weekend Breakfast Show, 7am till 10am, Saturday and Sunday, with DJ Foz on Dorset's Riviera Radio.
Five, four, three, two, one.
And it's live.
This is Leicester Till I Die TV. Watch and subscribe on YouTube and listen on your podcast platform.
Good evening, everybody. Good. It's as good as it can get. Welcome along. It's the two beautiful ones tonight. It's me and Wayne. Yes, you, sir. You, sir. Brad can't make it. Josh can't make it. So it's going to be a good show. We don't need them. Wayne, as always, mate, thank you for jumping in. How are you?
I'm all right, mate. I'm on the hard stuff.
Are you? Oh, milk.
Milk and Moretti, yeah.
Yes. I'm going to say that's not pina colada or anything, is it?
Oh, no. Oh, that reminds me, Chris. Remember milk and magnesium?
Oh, yes.
Oh.
Yes. Oh. And now I would be back in the day taking it because all my family used to take it because we've all had heartburn. Heartburn's a bit like diarrhea, but, you know, it's hereditary. It runs in your genes.
Oh.
Diarrhea runs in your genes. Yeah.
Oh, Chris. That's a grim.
That was shite, wasn't it? It really was.
It was shite, mate. Like something off Dumb and Dumber. That was.
Yeah. Well, I'm on the. That's not a vodka and Coke. That's just Coke.
I think you both need something stronger, don't we, Chris? Really?
Oh God, at the moment, yeah. Craig, good evening. Paul, hi. How you both doing? Look, I got excited after Bristol.
We all did, Chris. Although Bristol were at quite average, really, and we let QPR back into the game and paying the price. Yeah, it's making it interesting, isn't it?
Oof. Do you know what? I'll be more surprised if we stay up than go down.
Yeah, with the current attitude of the players in the squad we've got, I think Round's a decent manager. He just can't. He's struggling to get a tune out of these players, isn't he?
Well, I don't think anybody can get a tune out of these players. That's the thing.
Well, Les Dawson tune maybe on the piano. Maybe we go straight.
Yeah, that's about as close as it comes, isn't it? He actually was a very good piano player, you know.
Yeah, I heard that. It apparently takes extreme skill to play the piano off key, isn't it? You know?
Well, I guess it would with any instrument, because when you sit down, you just want to play properly, don't you? And do you remember Victor Borger?
No.
Oh, he was. Hi, Paul. Oh, that's that Paul. Hi, Paul. How are you? How are you? Thank you very much for the invite. Glad Wayne went and suffered it live. It was...
I don't know whether we can talk to Paul or not after losing to QPR. That was disgusting of them to beat us, wasn't it?
It was. But look, let's just get this out there straight away. Fair play to QPR.
Yeah,
they deserved it. I can't say more than that. You know, they were the better team over the 90 minutes. And even with all the players out, it just shows really how bad we are. I mean, it was what, 7-2 over the two games?
Well, they hadn't scored in 4 games.
Yeah.
You know, it was just one of those.
We are the gift that keep on giving, aren't we?
Yeah, we are.
But anyway, that's what I'm thinking about doing next season. Is, you know, they do it in American football and that, and they all have adverts pasted into the grass. I'm going to have OTID TV painted into the grass at Filbert Street.
Yeah,
I'm fine, but I didn't have to go to the match ball. And I got to say, Wayne, one chance you had sat behind Rudkin.
I know, mate. I know. But it all looked good, Chris. It all looked good.
I mean, you know, you could have said to Roy, do you want to come on Leicester till I die and have a chat with us?
I know. You didn't want to get kicked out. But I think, Paul, I mean, it's going to be interesting how QPR play, because they can relax now. And sometimes when the pressure's off, you can actually play some decent football, I think, because most professional footballers can play football decently. It's just the pressure gets to them, doesn't it?
Yes, yeah. Hi, Clibbo. How you doing, mate? Nice to see you. To see you.
Nice.
Thank you. Like waiting for a bus, that, but it came eventually. No, I mean, it's like once you are relegated, obviously not for Sheffield Wednesday, because I think their squad's just been decimated. But normally, once that pressure is off, you suddenly start playing well because there's no pressure on you.
Well, that's what it's going to be interesting what QPR, because I really thought I had QPR down, especially when the beat us at their place. I had them down for the playoffs, and then obviously they struggled and they've just been on a really bad run. But it's going to be interesting to see, because they are pretty safe now with 50 points.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I can see them get a few victories. In fact, I've got them down for a victory on Saturday. So yeah.
Well, let's get on to that then, shall we? Because I have to say, though, Wayne, I've not done this for a while. Last time I did it, I do believe that you were sort of certainly in the top 10. maybe in the top 5. And it's not a full table, because in fairness, I have to say that just take that. Sorry, I'll get that back in a second. In fairness to Brad, because he's got a lot of work on, he couldn't get me the table. Jim very kindly did the table, but it was all different figures to what I used. So I've just gone for the points there. And like I say, I thought, well, Wayne will be up there. He was last time we spoke. Yeah, I'm not sure where you are. Well, there you are in the second half.
I was where Jim was, Chris. Jim has now kicked my ass right down the table.
I know. And I have to say, with everything I say about American footballers and American football, the fact that we've got 2 Americans in the top 3, if the clocks were the other way, I'd almost say that they knew the results before they predicted them.
It's finished Sports Almanac, Chris, isn't it? Like Back to the Future. They've got all the Sports Almanac from the future.
I think so. I think that. I mean, hats off to the Americans. That's all I can say.
What does it say about Leicester? What does it say about Leicester fan channels, Chris?
Well, yeah. I mean, Brad's up there in 4th. Yeah. Jack's up there in 6th. I'm claiming Craig in 8th. So we've got 3 in the top half, and then you've got Locks, Wayne, the 2 Toms. Josh, we won't talk about that. But there's the table. I mean, Nate can still be caught. I mean, Kate's keeping her end up, as they say, and she can make a last. I think it's between Nate and Kate, though, isn't it?
Well, I said to Jim, "Can you catch Kate?" And he says, "No," but not just no exclamation mark. But Jim's a wily fox. You know what I mean? There's no way he's thinking I'm happy with third.
No, you're not. But I mean, Brad's after him for third, and so is Doug. But I think, what's that, 9 points? And, yes. If he's comparing, could he catch, say, Jessup with 9 points? Yes, but when you're at that top end of the table, but I turn a bit at the top end and the bottom end, let's put it that way. But, right.
They're getting over 4 points a week, aren't they?
Yeah.
30, they're scoring very regular.
Don't know how they do it. I don't. I mean, I think I should come back, and I'll start on something like 111 or something like that, and I think that's what I'd be up to if I was still in it. Now, then, young Wayne, if we were to go down, if we were to stay up, I should say, we need 2 teams to be worse than us. Sheffield Wednesday are down. We know that. So we need 2 other teams to be worse than us, so that we can finish 21st. Shall we have a look at the current form of the teams around us?
Oh, do we have to, Chris?
Yes, we do, because I spent a lot of time doing this. So, so we're going to do it, whether you want to or not. Okay. There you can see it. Sheffield Wednesday, I know that they are already down, but they are in 22nd. This is just based on the last 4 games. So I think if you go any further back than that, it's a little bit, pointless, really. Sheffield Wednesday in 22nd. Now, Portsmouth 21st. They lost midweek to Southampton.
Yeah. Only by the 1 goal, wasn't it? Though? Very quick, yeah.
1 goal. A bit of, I mean, Southampton and Portsmouth, the rivalry there. It's the big South Coast derby, that. But they are in 21st purely on goal difference, on form. QPR actually are in 20th, can you believe? With 1 win. I wonder who that was against. Oh, yeah, us.
Yeah.
But we're there in 18th. So we've only got 1 team at the moment that's worse than us, and that's Portsmouth. But it's not looking good. Leicester at the moment are in 18th. 1 win, 1 draw, -2. Blackburn are above us purely on the fact that B comes before L in the alphabet.
Yeah.
Because they've won 1, drawn 1, lost 2, scored 4, conceded 6. So exactly the same as us. Then we get up higher. West Brom are there in 14th, with 5 points. It gets worse. That's the bottom half of the form table. Look who's top. Oxford United.
Wow.
Played 4, won 3, drawn 1, lost 0, scored 7, conceded 3. +4, 10 points. Exactly the same as it happens against Southampton. So they are on top by the fact, high pressure. They're on top by the sake of alphabet order as well. But even Charlton, who have been dragged in it, I thought they were going to be safe at one point, are 10th. So I'm sorry, I've tried to do this every which way I can, and whichever way I do it, we end up looking shit. I can't get away from it.
Don't beat around the bush, Chris. What exactly are you trying to say?
I'm trying to say we're going down.
Do you know what's a shame that Bristol City started off so well, because they are plummeting, aren't they, Bristol City?
Yes.
Maybe just out of reach.
Charlton did start well as well, because everybody had them as one of the favourites to go down. But do you remember all the Leicester fans at the start of the season went, we'll walk this, we'll piss this league.
HMS pissed the league, yes. Exactly. Yeah.
Yes, and a few of us were going, Luton number 2.
Yeah, I mean, the good thing is Portsmouth as well. Portsmouth and Bristol are struggling, so I think Portsmouth, we can catch those. Yeah.
I mean, I think, look, when you look at Rowett's games in charge, he's drawn 2 against very good sides. We lost to Norwich, who are 5th in the form table, so there was never an easy game. They've won 3 of the last 4.
Yeah.
We beat Bristol, who had been having an okay season. Like you say, they have been falling. But we did I think we got a little bit too excited by that one win. But in fairness, as like Paul says there, it's usually Charity Park Rangers. I mean, you could say the same about Leicester City. I mean, Rowett said, Queen's Park Rangers must have thought it was Christmas all over again. But, these are the teams. They are, we should have beaten Queen's Park Rangers. That's the annoying thing. And I think that's why Gary's getting frustrated, because he's looking at it and going, what the hell's going on? This is a team that haven't scored for 4, like you said, Wayne. They've got probably 3 or 4 or 5 top players out, and they still beat us 3-1.
Yeah, that's what Rowett said into with the Norwich match. He says they don't understand the level of performance. Maybe it's time to rotate. And with the QPR, he said, so in his press conference, says, I think we did a lot of things right. We're just making crucial errors at times, and it's killing us, basically. Yeah. We're letting teams back in, and then once they get back in, then we are in trouble. So
I think it says how bad the defence is, that we've got a manager who was a defender, an assistant manager who was a defender, and we still can't keep goals from going in. But let's have a look.
Opposite of the Ruud van Nistelrooy situation.
Yeah, we couldn't score then. We had the manager that had scored 10 in 10, the striker who had scored 11 in 11. We scored 1 in 18 or something stupid like that. But let's get on with the predictions. Are you ready? We've got new artwork this week, I think.
Ooh, exciting.
Ooh. Yep. There we go. So, the first match, which is tomorrow, are you excited by that? Does that look exciting?
I am. I'm also, it's week 39. Wow.
Games are running out, unfortunately, and that's the problem. Right. Okay, so Friday night, Preston North End versus Stoke City. Now, we've not really got a, Preston on 49, you'd think they would be safe, but Preston have done a Preston. They've gone up there, they've started well, and they always drop away. They've not won in 5 against the Stoke side that's also, they're in 13th, so they're also struggling. But they have won, they won last time out, they won 2 in 5. Which way do you see this going?
What's that, donkey? Donkey's here to help me pin a sail. I thought I'd bring him back, Chris. I kicked him out the house when I was doing okay, but now I'm struggling again. I need to make some help.
Surprised he's not giving you a mouthful.
Yeah, Preston. I'm so, although they're on 48 points, very different to QPR. Because QPR have actually got some good players, but yeah, Preston. Praise the Lord for Preston, because and Stoke will 2-0 to Stoke. Because Preston have lost the last 4 games. They are in literal free fall.
I know what you're saying. When I look at the form table, I see that Preston are not in the top half, but nor are Stoke. So Preston are in.
They've got 1 point out of the last 18 possible points, Chris. Preston
are bottom. Of the score.
Woohoo! Please, you're like cliffhanger. You're just hanging on with your fingernails.
Yeah, that one of those cartoon jokes, where Wile E. Coyote was falling down the metal thing as he went down. Preston are bottom, 24th in the form table. Stoker 16th, 1-1, drawn 1. I've forgotten how low Preston were. Originally, I was going to probably go for a draw, but in 4 games, they've conceded 10 goals.
You're going to go Maverick, Chris, and go for a wild. Do a Tom. You're going to do a Tom and go for a wild.
I was thinking about going Maverick, but no, I'm not, because I think you're right. I am going to actually go 2-1 to Stoke, 1-2 though. I do think that Preston will get a goal. And don't forget, we've only got 11 games this week because of FA Cup and what have you. Now, next up, and this one is one of the first of our Super 6 here. And yes, we have only got 6 this week, not 7. This is the guy that's doing the table. I mean, oh dear. Stoke 1-0 win, says Craig. Yeah, I think so. I think we've all got Stoke to win that. But the first of our Super 6 is Blackburn Rovers hosting Middlesbrough. There's 3 early kickoffs, so all on Sky, obviously. Not unlike our game against Portsmouth that's just been changed round to an early kickoff on the Saturday. Blackburn against Middlesbrough. Now, Blackburn 17th in the form table. You know, you got to look at that and go, this surely. I mean, Middlesbrough in 8th, but you've got to say, and we would hope that this would be a Middlesbrough win.
Yeah, I think, Blackburn, I know they got a victory on Saturday, but they are struggling to score goals. They've got 36, they've got less than the goal a game, basically. The Middlesbrough, they're shooting themselves in the foot, really. I mean, they've drawn 3 and lost 1 of the last 6. Because it looked like they were going to overtake Coventry, didn't they? And they had a brief thing, but then Coventry banged on. In fact, to be honest, Ipswich and even Millwall could, and even Southampton, to be honest, could chase them down. So, yeah, I'd say Middlesbrough victory, because Whittaker's got quite a few goals for them, 11 goals. I'd say 2-1 to Middlesbrough. And hopefully that's the second defeat of teams around us.
Hopefully so. Hopefully. Middlesbrough, if they don't go up, it will be their own fault. Ipswich have got a game in hand as well, and they're only 2 points behind. So if Ipswich win that game in hand, which I believe is actually against Portsmouth, come on, you tractor boys, they will kick Middlesbrough out, and I can see that happening. And I've nothing against Middlesbrough. I quite like Middlesbrough as a team. Craig's gone 3-1 to Borough there. Remember we did a midweek. Last Wednesday, didn't we? We did a joint watch along of all the midweek soccer Wednesday. I got, I think, the better of the 2 games. I was watching Oxford play Blackburn. You were watching West Brom Southampton. For me, Blackburn were absolutely awful, and I cannot believe how they managed to get a win at the weekend. Because they were just so bad against Oxford. Oxford wanted it more. Oxford were surprised it wasn't a higher score, to be honest with you. Blackburn, apart from the odd 10 minutes here and there, didn't even go over the halfway line. It reminded me of us under Ruud van Nistelrooy. So this, I think, is going to be all one way. I am going to go, because the Middlesbrough do know they've got Ipswich on their coattails, and Millwall as well, and we'll come to that in a second. I'm actually going to go 3-0 to Middlesbrough.
Right. Yeah, because Blackburn, they beat Millwall of all the time. I mean, you just would not have guessed that, would you, Millwall?
You wouldn't guess anything. This is why I dropped out the prediction. No, the reason I dropped out the prediction league, I was doing crap, I'm going to say, but I had too much on. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking.
Millwall, if they'd have won that game, they would have gone second above Middlesbrough if they'd have won. Yeah.
I mean, it is, and you can't even say it's a good league because you go
No,
past
no.
Coventry. I mean, Coventry have lost 7. Middlesbrough have only just lost 1 more. Ipswich have only lost 7. But apart from Coventry, who've found the form again, it isn't a. There's no outstanding teams. Anybody can seem to beat anybody. Now,
Yeah, that game that I watched, Chris, Southampton on a brilliant run, but they were really quite dire in that game.
yeah. Well, hopefully, we'll come on to West Brom, and hopefully they can be. They can't seem to. Well, there's no dogs apparently in West Brom, because they can't hold on to leads. That might have been funnier if I'd actually got it all out in one joke. Okay, next up, it is Derby against Birmingham. Derby are 6th in the form table. Birmingham have dropped down, down, deeper and down. And Birmingham are actually 19th in the form table. Birmingham won 1, drawn 1, lost 2. Whereas Derby, and look, they had an awful start to the season, but they've won 3 of the last 4. Scored 6 goals as well.
Yeah, and they're desperate to get in the playoffs, aren't they? Desperate to get in the playoffs, and they've got a reasonable chance as well, to be honest. Especially with Hull slipping up. You can't. I mean, all the teams in the top 6 with Wrexham, so Derby have really got to kick on now, and I do think Derby will beat Birmingham. Davis, the old Brendan Rodgers number 2. When we finished, 5th and 8th. So, yeah, I think Birmingham. I've not really been impressed with them this season, really. So I've got Derby down as 2-1 winners, Chris.
Derby 2-1. Craig's already got in there. He's gone for a Desmond.
Because Derby just scraped that victory against Portsmouth, didn't they? 1-0. Just scraped the victory. But that's enough, isn't it? That is enough.
But Derby have been good at home, and they are at home in this game. Birmingham, I think, have been a bit annoyed because I think they've been outshone by Wrexham a little bit, and they expected to come up and do a Ipswich.
Yeah.
But it didn't happen, and there was some talk earlier in the season about maybe their manager going. I'm going to say I think this is the Derby win. I really do. AI, what are you saying? She's saying 1-1, but I can't see it. I can't see it at all. No, I won't know. I mean, it's going to be close. I'm going to go 1-0 to Derby.
Oh, yeah, it's a good close game. Yeah, good call,
I think
Chris.
it will be a close. 37% chance of them winning, 34% chance of Birmingham winning. So it will be close, but the home advantage might do it. Now,
JJ's probably looking up at that because he's an ex-Birmingham player, isn't he, JJ?
Yes, indeed. He may be another one next season as well. He may be, who knows? Would you want to stay at Leicester?
He's got it. I mean, I don't know what the state of his contract, but he's Premier quality, isn't he?
I mean, I dread to think anything about. I mean, Leicester's contracts. If they ever lost them, you've only got to go and look in the gents, and they'd be in the toilets, wouldn't they? You know what I mean? Oh, we ran out of toilet paper. We needed something to wipe our arse on. Now, this potentially it's the last 12:30 game. So the last 12:30, everything else is a 3:00 kickoff. This could potentially be the game of the weekend. On paper, you'd think it would be, but how often? I mean, we've got the Milk Cup this weekend. Milk Cup, showing me age there. Worthington Cup, Ansell's Cup, Coca-Cola Cup. I mean, every drink going. You should be happy with the Milk Cup. But, sure, I'm just waiting if it's really called the Pina Colada Cup or the Sex on the Beach Cup, Can you imagine the Sex on the Beach Cup? I mean, if you're going to do it, if you're going to name it after a cocktail, let's do it properly. Bugger pina colada. Let's go for Sex on the or a long screw against the wall. You know.
Yeah, and if the goal scored, you could play your orgasm clip, couldn't you, Chris?
I could. And you know what? When we beat Bristol City, I forgot to play it.
How often do we get a victory, Chris?
Yeah, well, that was probably what it was, you see. Yeah, look, Ipswich. Ipswich are in third, Millwall are in fourth. Ipswich not lost in 5, 3 wins. Millwall lost 1 but 4 wins. Away from home for Ipswich, drawn 1-1, drawn 1. Away for Millwall, 1-1, 1-1, lost. I can't see. No, it's not going to be 2-1. No, honestly. Just trust me. I'm good at this. I could not put a Rizzler paper between these. Ask your mum and dad, everybody. I'm going to go for 1-1. I think this is going to be very, very tight.
Yeah, good cagey game.
Mm.
Yeah, I think Ipswich got too much firepower, Chris. I've got 2-1 for Ipswich. I think Millwall, they don't score many goals, but they don't let too many in. But Ipswich scored a lot of goals. Lot of goals.
Yeah. Yes, I know.
Yeah, from where they were as well, Chris. I think they're on such a strong trajectory. If they hadn't had such a bad start, they'd probably be top.
Yeah, agreed. Yes, I know the nice man agreed with you, but you can't marry him. Just because he's agreed with you with 1 score, get back under the desk. Craig's agreed with you 2-1. A lot of people have gone 2-1 in the AI and what have you. I just think. I mean, it could go either way. If you'd gone 2-1 for Millwall, I wouldn't have argued with that. Both of them are going to be going for the win because like Millwall. I mean, Millwall are on 68 plus 9. Ipswich on 68 but plus 28.
Yeah,
I mean, the second highest goal difference in the league. I mean, it's interesting, isn't it? Because when we both got promoted from the last time in this league, our manager, the marvellous Steve Cooper, he went for the experienced player. Experienced, we like to call them old. Where Ipswich went for championship standard players, youngsters. And I said it would be interesting to see which worked better. Let's be honest with you, neither of them worked really, did they?
No, they didn't. But it's interesting, like this next season in the championship, it has worked for them.
This is it. There was almost like a plan. Can you imagine supporting a team that has a plan?
Long-term plan, strategy.
I know. But, well, if we go down, we've got the players that are experienced. I mean, they had Sammy Smodic, who Jim, mwah, mwah, yes. Yeah, indeed. We love you, Jim. And your swimming pool. And I couldn't believe that they had the bad start. And like Sammy Smodic, he's gone to Derby and he's popping them in for Derby. But I think this could go either way. But I wouldn't be surprised if it is I mean, if my predictions come true, Middlesbrough will go 3 points clear. These two which a draw would be nice, wouldn't be good, for either of them. But what's he say? I said hello to the 2 beautiful ones. Shut your legs, Wayne. Allegedly.
Pinky and Perky say hello.
Yeah. What about little weed?
Yeah. Oh,
Bill and Ben were in the pub one night having a chat, and Bill turned round to Ben and went slobber lobber 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 lob, and Ben said, "Shut up, you pissed." Anyway, going off on a different thing. It's all Jim's fault. It's all Jim. Jim, thank you very much for doing that earlier for me. Really, really appreciate it. Right, so carrying on with these amazing graphics. We're now up to the 3:00 kickoffs. And the first one is a Super 6 one. Bristol City versus West Bromwich Albion. Now, personally, this is not the game. This is not a team that I would want to be playing West Bromwich Albion at the moment, because they were football friends. I was very disappointed with Bristol when we played them. You know, I mean, it's a joke, isn't it? Like, how bad must you be? We're beating you, sort of thing. West Brom, you said, had a good game, didn't you, against Southampton, and they were on top. Unfortunately, well, I'll let you go first. How can you see Bristol getting anything, or is it going to be a West Ham win?
Yeah, I think I can see West Brom winning this, because Bristol, they lost, 3 and then drawn 1. West Brom have drawn a couple and won, and that they were really organised against Southampton. I think Southampton it was like watching us when we were in the Championship, and we just couldn't. Enzo couldn't break teams sitting back in a bank of 4 and 5. And that's exactly how Southampton. Then in the last 6 minutes, they just went hell for leather and they scored a goal, and they could have actually won the game. Thinking, why didn't they do that earlier on? But yeah, West Brom are really impressed with West Brom, actually, structurally, organisation wise, and on the break over the main 90 minutes, West Brom created more goal scoring chances than Southampton did. Just really good with the ball. So yeah, I think they're going to beat Bristol, and it's going to be a 1-0.
1-0. I remember you being really annoyed that was the game that you'd got, and I'd got the Oxford Blackburn one. Yours is quite boring.
Last 6 minutes was really exciting, Chris. As extra time. The last 6 minutes of extra time was fantastic.
Yeah. Well, I was able to turn over and watch the end of yours, wasn't I? Craig's gone 1-1. The other thing that gets thing with West Brom, and I think this could be their downfall, and I think it's summed up, as you've just said, in those last 6 minutes. They're in the situation they are in, and when you look at where West Brom are, and they are 14th when it comes to form over the last 4 games, won 1, drawn 2. But Bristol are 23rd in the form table. Haven't won 1 in 4, conceded 7, only scored 2, got 1 draw. However, I'm going to shock you here, because I think West Brom's Achilles heel, if you like, is holding on to a win. Why didn't they win that game?
They did enough on the chances in front of goal, chances created, shots on target. They had more. They could have been 2 or 3 goals up, to be honest, Chris. Yeah.
But the thing was that they're not, and then at the end they let it all get away from them. So and that's, I think, I can say, well, yeah, I'm grasping at straws here. You can tell, can't you? I'm getting really desperate.
As many straws as you want to, Chris.
I will grasp away. I'm actually going to go 2-1, but 2-1 to Bristol.
Wow, let's hope so, Chris. I nearly went 1-1 as Craig did. It'd be lovely, wouldn't it? It would be nice
Would be, but if West Brom, it's like us, you know, they had 3 points in the bag. Was it the 94th minute or something when they
Yeah.
scored?
Yeah.
You know, and you know, when you're doing that, when you're conceding a goal like that, that's Leicester City form, isn't it? It really is.
Yeah.
And that, I could say, for me, that could be their downfall.
Let's
So,
hope so, Chris. Please, please.
but do remember how shit I am at predictions.
Don't. You had to spoil it, Chris, didn't you?
Bringing you down to earth. Don't you getting too excited? Norwich, who I said earlier, if you remember, I mean they're away, but they are fifth in the form table with 3 wins out of 4 and a +4 goal difference. +4 goal difference, sorry. Where Charlton are not there. Charlton are in 10th in the form table. 1-2, scored 1. Drawn 1. 3 goals for, 2 against. I think this could be a tight game.
Yeah, it could be tight. I mean, Charlton, they started really well. Then they kind of went on a bit of free fall. And then they just rallied the last 3 games. So I think this will be quite a close one, Chris, to be honest. But Norwich, I think if they hadn't started so low, they'd be in the playoffs, definitely. I think they play football. They're a good footballing side. I really like Norwich. So, I'd say tight game, 1-0 to Norwich, Chris.
1-0 to Norwich. Craig's gone 2-1 to Norwich. I like Charlton, and I've probably said this before, and I do not know why I have this thing for Charlton. Probably 2 reasons here. Probably, and I know I've said these before, but when I used to collect those little stickers, that you used to get them from petrol stations. So every time my dad went to fill up with petrol in Leicester, he always went to the Esso. Boom, 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 boom. Esso Blue. Ooh. Yep, that's the one. I know people are tuning in, think we're mad. And you got these little, and they weren't the coins, because they used to do the coins as well, but these were like stickers, like, thin metal stickly things, and you lick them and stick them down. And for some reason, I had about 24 Charlton or whatever it was. I just got loads and loads of Charlton. And I got sick of seeing that bloody man with the sword. But then, of course, they were doing well under, what was that manager called?
Kirbishley, was it?
Kirbishley, yeah. And just this to me, I always quote 2 things as be careful what you wish for. This is one of them, because the fans weren't happy with Kirbishley getting like mid-table season after season in the top league. The board finally succumbed and said, all right, we'll sack and get somebody else in. They've never been in the top flight since.
They played good football under him as well, didn't they?
Yeah.
Renowned for bringing the young people through as well.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, it shows that this is how long a career can be. And I love that advert he does with Paddy Power, where he is, he's on the phone. Why is nobody offering me a job? Why is nobody ringing? And the phone rings, and he goes, yeah. No, sorry, no, I'm not available. Manchester United. I love those Paddy Power adverts. But it is, I think, you see there, that was a case of like, what was he called? Graham Potter, because he kept waiting for the big job and it never came along. And he never got anything. But I'm going to agree with Craig, to be honest with you. I'm going to go 2-1 Norwich because I want a Norwich win, because that'll keep Charlton down here.
They are catchable on their form recently. They are catchable, aren't
they? They are. And yes, I know. You see, you love me now because I agreed with you. You see, she's so fickle, mate. She's so fickle. She wasn't good with the noodles, I'll tell you what. But 28% of a chance of a Charlton win, 45 for a Norwich. And Norwich have won 4 of the last 5. 3 of those have been away. Right, so then coming up, I mean, if you're looking how to say that a game is going to be one-sided without saying a game is going to be one-sided, you look at Hull versus Sheffield Wednesday. 66%.
How very dare you, Chris?
I know. I feel so. Look, I love Sheffield Wednesday. I have nothing against Sheffield Wednesday. I mean, you know, I liked them when they were managed by Trevor Francis, and they got to 2 finals in the same year and lost both of them. When I do the TalkSport Tier 2 podcast, that the guy that hosts that is a Sheffield Wednesday fan. I think it shows how just how I mean the EFL and the English Premier League, just how bad they are. That they're just kicking a team when it's down, you know. And the thing is, they've got no chance of staying up. But again, the EFL have said, well, if anybody wants to buy them, they're going to have to give 15% to Chanzeri.
Yeah, that must be quite unusual. I don't know.
I know it's normal. It's normal in English football, apparently.
Right.
But, you know, there we go.
Normally insolvency means insolvency, doesn't it? It's a fresh start point.
It is, but there we go. I don't know if you saw what I put, just to sidetrack for a minute. I don't know if anybody saw what I put up on social media midweek, which was this. You know, and I think that basically sums it up. Now, my best friend, AI, I had such a long conversation about what I could or couldn't get away with. When I was talking to Kieran Maguire the other night, I said how to say that the Premier League's corrupt without saying the Premier League's corrupt, and he shot me down very quickly. And I said alleged. I had to then add allegedly after it. This was about the 5th attempt that because the AI kept saying back and saying like, you know, they could do you for that. You could like because obviously we know who those couple of those players are, allegedly again. But he said, yeah, you know, I ended with that because it was like a question, but I do think it is so unfair.
It's ridiculous, Chris. I mean, apparently Man United got away with it during COVID. A fine to Chelsea is absolutely... It's like saying give us 20 buttons, isn't it? You know, it literally is. And the Man City thing is ridiculous. The fact that we went down, if Everton would dock the points in the season of the transgression, we would not... I know we were shit, but we wouldn't have gone down during that season. So the system is a joke. The system is a joke.
There's a paragraph or something in the rules that says you shouldn't fine clubs that are owned by owners with a certain wealth and upwards, because to them it's not a deterrent.
Yeah, I think I really like when you have Kieran Maguire on. He's so knowledgeable. He's careful how he speaks and what he says. Obviously, he needs to be. Yeah. But it's so great to get from his viewpoint sort of take on things. And he, like he said, very carefully, diplomatically, but it is a joke.
Yeah, it is. He didn't want to commit to that, and I understand. So, look, I love Sheffield Wednesday. I feel so sorry for their fans. They could be starting next season with a -15. What is the point, EFL? What is the point? Although, if the 6 point stays with this, as Kieran said, the EFL only just looking over the shoulder at us and going, we're waiting for you. But this is going to be a home win all the way, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so, Chris. I mean, you got McBurney 13 goals, Gerard Hart 13 goals, 59 for 56 against, though. They are letting in goals. If it was any other team, I might have a draw or a closer game, but I've gone 3-0 to Hull.
As indeed has Craig. Ooh, football friends.
Such an intelligent guy, Craig.
You said that a few times to me, haven't you? Well, Hull have only won 2 of the last 5 and only 1 of the last 5 at home. Having said that, Sheffield Wednesday have lost all 5 of the last away games. So, this is the sort of game you want if you're a Hull, isn't it? To get back on track. I agree with you. I've gone 2-0 though to Hull
Right.
because they are a little bit off form at the moment, but they've got a 66% win probability of Hull.
Wow.
14 for Sheffield Wednesday. And when we have a look at where the teams are, I think we have to know where Sheffield Wednesday are. 22nd, they are above Bristol and Preston. They've scored 1. They've scored 3 and let in 8, where Bristol has scored 2 and let in 7. So Sheffield Wednesday scored 1 more goal. Otherwise, they'd be 23rd. And Hull, they're down in 13th in the form table. Wow, with 2 wins and 2 losses. But yeah, I think there's only going to happen, one result there. Back to another Super 6 game, and this is Queen's Park Rangers. Boo, Paul. Boo. Boo.
Let's upset Paul big time. Come on.
QPR are playing Portsmouth now. My worry here is that against anybody else, QPR not really expecting too much until they played Leicester. Queen's Park Rangers, their last five, they've lost 4 and they've won 1. Ooh, who was that against, I wonder? But I know. Their last 5 at home, lost 4, won 1. Portsmouth, last 5 away, they've won 2, drawn 1. Come on, Queen's Park Rangers. We gave you a win. Do something for us. But can they?
Yeah. To be honest, I thought QPR, but I thought that we dominated them in the first 20 minutes, but they're just a good average championship side. And like I said, when we lost 4-0 at their place, I didn't expect them to be in the playoffs. So it's surprising, chatting with Paul, that he thought if we got an early goal, we could get we could give them a thumping. But Mbengue, I really like him. Mbengue is a great midfielder. He's 100%. He's good on the ball. He's what a real captain. He's what I would hope Hamza Chowdhury will be like. And Portsmouth have got a really tough running actually. So hopefully QPR will do us a favour. And I've got QPR down to win 2-1.
2-1. Wow. 1-0 to Portsmouth, says Craig. Come on, Paul. What are you saying? This is a hard-head one for me, because I can unfortunately only see one winner. But I can't see QPR getting it. I want them to, because that will keep Portsmouth down with us. When you look at the table, they're on 40, we're on 38, 43. I mean, that jumps them up to 9. All right, it jumps them up 1 place, but with what we would do to be sat in 19th.
Yeah. But Portsmouth's near the bottom on the recent form table, though.
On the recent form table, no. On the recent form table, I'll say that they're in the bottom half. Yes, they are actually. Sorry, Portsmouth are in 21st. On the last 4 games, they've drawn 1 game, lost 3. QPR have won 1. I have to say, you can't call that because they played Leicester.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like they play. They were playing Millwall or Coventry. It's come to Leicester and we give you 3 points, like
And
Gary Rowett.
7 goals in 2 matches, Chris.
Yes, yeah, exactly. I'm going to go 1-1 here, and hope that that's as good as it gets.
You take
But
that, Chris? Yeah.
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see Portsmouth win though. I put 1-1 with a little P next to it because I could see Portsmouth winning. I think it could be tight, and like Craig's gone there, just everything's going against us this season. Right, 3 more games to go, 2 Super Sixes. Sheffield United, and where were they at the start of the season? If only we'd have had a manager like Chris Wilder apply for our job. Oh, we did. Yeah. It gets sillier and sillier and sillier.
Yeah.
It really, really does. Look, Sheffield United are nowhere to be seen at the moment. On the form table, they're there, 15th. 1 win, 2 draws, 1 loss. 5 scored, 4 conceded. Wrexham, 11th. 1, 2, lost 2, scored 5, conceded 5. In a way, and this is going to sound really bad, but I don't want Wrexham to get promoted this season because I think if they do, I think it could ruin them. Does that make
Really?
sense? Yeah.
No, in what way, Chris?
I just think it'd be too much too soon. And I think getting them prepared for another season in the Premier League, so in the Championship, would do them good. I think if Ipswich get promoted this season, I don't think they go down next season.
Yeah, because Ipswich went back to back to back, didn't they? Went up to the Premier League, and then because we were way off it, weren't we? In that season.
I mean,
and it's interesting that Leeds had that. So we picked Leeds, didn't we, to get promoted? So Leeds spent another year in the Championship, and they are looking good. They're not going down.
No, Leeds and Sunderland. It's the first one in 3 years where there's not 3 up, 3 down. But so for that reason, because I've nothing against Wrexham. I've nothing against the fact that they've got the owners in there and what have you. Good luck to them. That said, I am going to go. Well, are they in the form? I've just said, haven't I? 5-5. See, Wrexham can score. I'm going to actually go Sheffield United 2. And you've gone for a Desmond there, Craig. Interesting. I'm going to go Wrexham 3. I think there'll be a lot of goals in that one.
There you go. I've gone for Desmond as well, Chris.
You have. The first Desmond of the evening. You've gone for it. Now, we come to our penultimate Super 6 game, Southampton hosting Oxford. Southampton, when it comes to the form table, are second. 1-3, drawn 1, 7-4-3 against. Where Oxford are first in the form table. 4 played, 3 won, 1 drawn, 7 scored, 3 conceded, exactly the same. They are above Southampton in the form table on the last 4 games, purely on alphabetical. As you know, as I said, we were talking about it earlier. I watched Oxford play Blackburn, and if I could have just 3 Oxford players in the Leicester team, I would be very, very happy.
Yeah.
Because they showed fight, they showed guile, they showed a will to win. Everything we don't show, to be honest with you. And I'm looking at that team thinking, well, can we just swap 11 for 11? Because they were just absolutely brilliant. Southampton, as you said, they struggled against West Brom and were lucky to get a point. They struggled against Portsmouth. They only beat them 1-0. I am going...
I think that was Derby that struggled against Portsmouth, Chris. Was it? No, was it Southampton as well?
Southampton struggled... No, they played Portsmouth midweek, didn't they?
No, they just beat Norwich and then they beat Coventry.
Or Southampton?
Southampton, yeah.
Oh. Then I apologise. I thought Southampton were playing Portsmouth.
I think that was Derby, Chris, that beat Portsmouth 1-0. Yeah, it was Derby.
Shows I know, and this is why I'm not in the prediction league anymore. I think there's going to be goals in this again. They both scored 7. When it comes to... I'm going to tell him what you picked. Just wait. AI's gone for 2-0 to Southampton with a 57% chance of Southampton winning. However, sorry, I'm going to disagree with you. The nice man, he might do, but I'm not. I'm going to go... I'm going to go 2-2. I'm going to go for my first Desmond.
2-2. Good. Yeah, I think it's going to be a tight game, Chris. I think it's hard to call, isn't it? But I'm going for Southampton victory, Chris. 2-1. I mean, the comeback and beat us 4-3. They beat QPR. Sorry, Paul. They beat QPR 5-0. I mean, in March, they beat Fulham in the FA Cup 5th round. They drew against West Brom. They beat Coventry and they beat Norwich. So I think they'll beat Oxford 2-1. I've got down. Yeah.
Well, I do hope you are right, because that would do us a favour.
It would.
You know, Paul, is that a 2-1 for QPR? I'm guessing. He must have gone off for a wee or something. And the other AI has gone for 3-1. So, but 2-0 says Craig. And then, oh God, do we have to play?
Hey,
Can't we just go and sort of have a gentleman's agreement and just play out and just say, look, we'll play 1-1 draw? Can we do a Germany and Austria in the World Cup? Do you remember that?
hey.
Oh God, I'm looking forward to this. Well, let's have a look, shall we? One AI's gone 3-0 to Watford. Bloody hell. This 2-1 this one's gone for, and I've just realised there is another game. Sorry, I don't know why when I was doing this it didn't give me an option. Coventry got to play, haven't they?
Yeah, Swansea playing,
Yeah, I don't know why that didn't come up on my list for me to carry it over. I mean, look, on the form table at the moment, Watford on 9th. 1-2, drawn 1, lost 1. Scored 7, but conceded 6. You go.
I've gone for Desmond, Chris, 2-2.
It's not going to be good enough, though, is it? I was thinking a draw.
No, the thing is, you've got this split personality, haven't you? Sort of your logical brain, but then you've got the Leicester City where you feel like your logical brain where you feel you cheated on your girlfriend. Or I mean, can you see us keeping a clean sheet? I can't. On the day, can we score goals? Yes, JJ's got 10. Abdul's got 9. Apparently Ramsey is in contention to come back, actually. I think he said he was ill for the last game, so I think Ramsey might be in a contention to come back. So, yeah, it's a desperate 2-2 for me.
I wish, like I say, if we do get a point, it's just not going to be good enough. Craig, get in there, mate. Look at him showing the face.
Oh,
Yes, 2-3.
He's naming shaming, isn't he? You know.
Yes, he is. Sorry, I'm going to have to go Watford 2, Leicester 1.
How could you, Chris? How could you?
That is a brain rather than a heart.
Oh, when you brush your teeth, you can't even look yourself in the bathroom mirror, Chris.
Oh, we're going to be there.
You do feel dirty. You feel horrible, don't you, for saying it?
And I'd have done that if I was still in the prediction league because I would have wanted the points. So I've agreed with you. Yes, I know. Yes. The only thing I ever agree with you, honestly, she is demanding. 44% chance of a Watford win, 27% chance of a Leicester win. And if everything goes against us, 39, 40, 41, 42 points for Oxford if they win, 43 points for West Brom and Portsmouth. We're starting to get cut adrift.
I don't like those words, Chris. Can you change that?
Cut adrift on memory bliss, as the song.
Yes.
Apologies to Swansea and Coventry fans, but because it's a late kickoff. We must have been on the next page or something when I was doing the graphics.
Yeah.
28% chance of a Swansea win, 44% of a Coventry win. Having said that, Swansea haven't lost in the last 5 home games, and they've won, drawn, won. And but Coventry have lost 2 of their last 5 away games, but they have won the other 3. I know. Anybody would think because I hate Coventry, wouldn't they, Craig? I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that.
I think Coventry 3-1 to Coventry. I mean, they've got Wright, Assange, Sims. They got. I mean, they score loads of goals, don't they? Loads of goals. But Swansea have won 3 and drawn 1 out of the last 6. But Potnick is actually the top league scorer. He's got 17 goals for Potnick. But I think he's 3-1 to Coventry, Chris. I think now because I think they'll just kick on now. They've had the iffy spell, and now they're just going for it.
Right. I'm going to go 1-1, and that's my second strange. Yeah, because I just think that the form home is the home form even is just that much better for Swansea. I really believe, So I think, and they're in 11th, so they're not mugs. On paper, I would say it's going to be Coventry, but look, in this league, it all goes out the window, doesn't it? As soon as you hit match day, and I just think Swansea might just be able to hold on. 3-0 as Craig's gone, 3-0. So, but I just that 1-1 and my 2-1 to Bristol City are my 2. What do they call them? Jokers, if you like. My wild card.
Well, these days we call them Tom predictions, don't we?
Yes, yeah. You've not really had a Tom, have you? That sounded wrong.
No, I don't. Tom, in the prediction league, Tom wanted to do big differentials. I need to go for it. And Tom does go for it in his predictions. I'll say that much.
He does.
I think he went for a 3-1 Watford against us, actually. I'm sure he said 3-1.
Ooh, well, should we have a look what everybody in the old prediction league has gone for, and then we can interestingly see. Right, Oh, Wayne's just put his predictions in. I love the fact that you're always the last one.
Jim's not put his in yet, I don't think. So,
Hasn't he? No. Well, in the prediction league, Watford Leicester, yeah, you went 2-2. Yeah, that's the thing. Jack has gone 1-1.
Mm-hmm.
John's gone 1-1. Other John's gone 2-1 to Leicester. Tom has gone 3-1 Watford. You're quite right there. Doug has gone 2-1 to Watford. Tom, the other Tom, has gone 1-1. Michael's gone 3-1 to Leicester. I'll have a pint of whatever he's on. Shane O'Donnell's gone 3-1 to Watford. Nate's gone 2-1 to Watford. And 1-0 to Leicester. That's Dan the Burnley fan. Craig has also gone 2-1 to Leicester. Locks has gone 2-1 to Watford, but he's dropping down like a bride's underwear as well. And 1-1 for Kate, interestingly. Oh, and Brad's gone 2-0 Watford on that one. So, yeah, and just to let you know, Wayne, yeah, BRI is Bristol City's 3-letter code. Not Brighton.
I like it. Doug's gone Southampton 4, Oxford 0. Go on, Doug.
Yeah, that we would love. We would love that, Doug. We really would. Right, Wayne, thank you very, very much indeed. Nice of you to, we've not got you for long because you're off on holiday again, aren't you? I've never known anybody go away as much as you.
It's a tough life, Chris. It's a very tough life.
I mean, if I was to do that, the channel would fall apart.
We're getting a QPR fan spamming us, Chris, talking QPR Kone for winner, you know.
Yeah.
You can enjoy it, Paul, because, you know, you're safe, aren't you? So.
Yeah, you enjoy it. We don't mind a bit of banter. But no, you'll be there on Saturday, Wayne, will you?
I will, Chris, and we'll be watching the scores as they go along with the other games, won't we? Biting at nails. And I was going to say biting at toenails, but no,
is that possible?
I think I'm over 40 years old, Chris. No.
You're more flexible than me. You should be able to.
Oh dear, I don't know. I put my foot in it sometimes, Chris. That's all about.
Boom, boom. I bet you feel a bit of a heel now, don't you?
Hey, get it. Anyway, this jovial on Saturday at 5 o'clock, Chris.
Yeah, sorry, say that again.
Let's hope with this jovial at 5 o'clock on Saturday.
Well, yes. So we might just have gone completely loopy, you know what I mean? But thanks very much, and thanks to everybody that's been in the chat. Really, really do appreciate it joining in, and we'll be back tomorrow at 1 o'clock or 1:30 probably with Kate for the Kate's 11. Not Legs 11, Kate's 11. She will be picking her starting lineup, and I've just seen it come through now, so that's going to be interesting. That's tomorrow at 1:30, and then at 8 o'clock back with Recent Libbo and the prediction show. So thanks so much. Remember to do all the normal stuff like subscribe, click the notification bell, and if you're on your mobile when this finishes, please do go and hype it. Thanks so much, Wayne. I'll see you on Saturday. As always, appreciate you coming on, mate. And I will see you then. Take care, everybody.
The Weekend Breakfast Show, 7 a.m. till 10 a.m. Saturday and Sunday with DJ Foz on Dorset's Riviera Radio.
Thanks for watching. These videos are tremendous. You better like them too, or I'll be back.
This podcast is proud to be part of the TalkSport Fan Network. TalkSport. Powered by fans.
That will conclude this evening's entertainment.